All right. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Or as the brothers from Great Millstone, Los Angeles, coming back with another video in the spirit. You know, me and this brother just sitting here chopping it up, you know, in the spirit. And, you know, I was telling this brother, I was thinking about, you know, balance, having balance in his truth. You know, not doing too much, but not doing too little as well. You know what I mean? Just having a balancing, you know, with dealing with the faith and our daily affairs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing, you know, a lot of individuals, you know, fall out because, you know, they're either doing too much or they're doing too little. You know, this truth speaks about that having balance, you know, and not burning yourself out, but not also being left behind. You know, you don't want to be in that, you know, in the spirit of, you know, you're being so occupied to the point where you don't know what's going on, you know, as far as prophecy is concerned. But at the same time, you don't want to be too much, you know, Scripture say studying is weariness of the flesh. Too much study is weariness of the flesh. So you gotta give yourself time too. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna go into the scriptures. You know, and we pray this be edifying to you, Akim, and you few sisters that watch. So we're gonna go right into it. Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 11:1.
Mm-hmm.
A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
Right. You see, so when you just like how we walk, right? You need two feet. You just can't have 1 foot. If you have 1 foot, you're gonna fall. So you need both. We need both feet to walk, to have balance, so we can stand up. And it's the same thing with this truth in our daily affairs. You know, we can't be too much on one side or we're gonna fall. You know. Like, you know, we don't want to be so caught up into so much different affairs to the point where, you know, we don't know what's going on. We just lost in the sauce, and that's how people fall. You know, being interacting now, you know, because we got to be in the world to some degree. We got to, you know, sustain ourselves, things of that nature. But we don't want to be in there too much to where, you know, you fall back into that darkness, you know, and then at the same time being in this truth, don't want to be, you know, sitting there reading the scriptures all day, you know, because you can burn yourself out spiritually, you know. And matter of fact, read that Proverbs, brother, at 25.
Okay. This is Proverbs 25. Verse 16.
Because the brother read where it said, you know, false balance is an abomination to the Lord. You know, so we have to keep that in mind. Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs 25:16. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee.
Right, because this word is sweet. Aren't the scriptures compared like unto honey? So this knowledge is very sweet, right? Go ahead, brother. It
says, eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited.
Right, so we got to eat to where we're satisfied. You know, don't overdo it. Don't eat over your fill. You know, because then it becomes excessive, and what happens? You're going to vomit it. You know. Just like when you eat, you know, when you eat something, you know when you at your point where you're satisfied. You know, okay, I'm good. You know, I don't need to eat anymore. You know, so it's like that with this truth. You know, you take in, you know, and every brother portion is different. Some brothers can take more, some brothers take less. But wherever your feel is, that's where you draw the line. Okay, go ahead, brother.
You want me to get back to this Proverbs? We'll read it again. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
Right. Just weight is the Lord's delight. You know what I'm saying? So, being in this truth, we have to keep these things in mind and make sure we have proper footing. We walk in that straight narrow path with proper footing, meaning balanced. Especially the times that we're in now. It's time, that we're in this truth. We see the prophecies unfolding. We see all these things taking place. So we should be on fire for this thing, right? But at the same time, we can't take our eyes off everything else, because we're still here, So we still got to do what we got to do until the Lord, says otherwise. Till that time comes when all hell breaks loose. Because when all hell breaks loose, everything that we've been speaking about is going to be made manifest. Everything is going to happen before our eyes, and then we're going to really have to put our trust in Yahawashi, because it's going to get crazy out here, man. But in the meantime, we still have to do what we have to do. But at the same time, staying locked into the spirit. Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise."
Right. See, be not righteous over much and make yourself over wise. Because the thing about this truth, when we first came in, when we was young, we was overzealous. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be super duper Israelites. But as time goes on, you grow to understand how to use everything in its proper context. You learn how to, you become more seasoned. You know how to navigate through certain situations. You know how to use your words in a proper setting. If you're in certain environments, you know how to speak when you're in certain environments. That's what this truth teaches you when you come into this. You become more choice with your words. You know how to quench fiery darts. And all that comes with time. But that comes from, learning balance. Not being too much, on one thing. The scripture speak about being temperate in all things. Right? Go ahead, brother.
He says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?"
Right. Why should you destroy yourself? Because that's all you're doing. You're adding strife unto yourself. And that's why a lot of dudes fall out. Because, a lot of them do things, they thinking they think they're doing the right thing, but really they're just being over righteous. And a lot of those individuals, they don't seek counsel. They just go ahead and do things thinking this is cool, but really they're just adding grief upon themselves. And when that grief comes, they get offended, and it causes them to fall back into darkness. They stop doing videos, they stop coming to the camp. You don't see them no more. Go ahead, brother.
I get a precept.
Yep.
This is Romans 12:3. "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High has dealt to every man the measure of faith."
That's right. So we have to be humble, because at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father, whatever knowledge that we do have in this out here, is because of the Lord, man. The Lord woke us up to this truth. We could have been just like the majority of our people out here, lost. So we got to keep those things in mind. Just like when we first came into the truth, we was just appreciative even just to know the truth. We can't forget that. What they call them humble beginnings. When you first come into, when you first time you seen the brothers, you like, oh, that's the brothers. Like, oh shit, you was like, you was damn near, you was nervous, excited, all at the same time. But as time goes on, the longer that you in this truth, we have to keep that, that same mindset. You know, they them humble beginnings to remind us so we don't get all puffed up and proud, you know.
That's that saying where it says, familiarity bring contempt.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get too familiar with brothers, you know, no matter how cool you feel like you are, you got to always keep that honor and that respect towards a brother so that, you know, so you can have that same spirit like it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know? So you can always learn from a brother, you know.
Yep. Yep. That's right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise." Why should it? I'm back at it, Salakia. Ecclesiastes 7:16 says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?"
Right.
It says, "Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?"
Right. Don't you know, be out there, you know, just doing whatever the hell you want, because the Lord judge you. You know, so it's a balance. Yeah, don't be over righteous, but don't be over wicked. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be out there fucking up, you know, all the time. You know, so that's the thing about being in this truth. You know, that's what you know, that's one of the keys of enduring it in the faith is that balance to where you're not burning yourself out, but you're not losing steam either. You know, you pace. You learn how to pace yourself. But now we're in that time where we see the prophecies moving. This is like Apostle Paul compared this truth to a race. So this is the time, you know, we got to sprint, you know, meaning go hard for this truth. You know what I'm saying? Because when the Lord returns, the ones that endure to the end, the ones that were the authors that stood so stiffly for the names of Yahawashi, those are going to be the ones that's going to be rewarded. While everyone else out there, they're going to be destroyed. Okay? We want that reward that the righteous is going to receive. We don't want that reward of the wicked. You know? So when we out here, this is us running with a purpose. We have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? When we go out there on the highways and byways, we're not just going out there just to be going out there. There's a reason why we're going out there. You know, it's a reward for what we're doing. People look at us, oh, get a job. You know, motherfucker, this is our job. Motherfucker, this is the best job in the world. You know, and this job has benefits unlike no other. You know, you just don't see it yet. You know, but it's gonna pay off. Go ahead, brother.
This is Matthew 24 and 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved."
Yep. Those that endure to the end. The enduring in what? In this faith, this truth. Go ahead.
It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
And it's not being done in today's time. It's not being done. There's camps all over the world, man, teaching this word. You know, especially here at Great Millstone. You know.
That's
So
how we know what it's Salak, bro.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's how we know the end is near too.
Right.
Because it's being preached through that internet across the whole four corners of the earth.
Yep. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And we're in that time where, you know, they have they have the RFID technology, which is the MOTB. But it's leading up to that. They got articles in the mainstream speaking on that now. You know. And then, you know, we're in the time of nuclear. They got missiles that can reach different continents in less than half an hour, man. You know? So we definitely in that time, you know. Go ahead, brother.
That was good on that one.
Yep.
You got anything?
You can get matter of fact, get Slocky, bear 1 second. Let me look for it. Because I don't want to misquote it. But the point is, you know, like I said, the lesson going into balance, like I said, we don't want to be doing too much, but we don't want to be doing too little either, to where we're not in the loop and we don't know what the hell is going on. Oh yeah, it's a Sirach, 3:21, where it says, go above your strength.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 3:21.
Mm-hmm.
Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee,
Mm-hmm.
neither search the things that are above thy strength.
Right. So just like we usually bring this out, about keeping things simple, right? But that also goes into balance as well. You gotta know when something is above your strength, when something is like I said, when you eating food, you know what your feel is, right? You at the point where you're satisfied, you don't need no more food, so you don't go above that. You don't go above that. This can be looked at the same way, having that balance, knowing, okay, this is too much. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So, verse 21, seek not out the things that are too hard for thee,
Mm-hmm.
neither search the things that are above thy strength.
Mm-hmm.
But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence,
Mm-hmm.
for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
Right. You ain't gotta be doing too much. Wherever the Lord gave you, just work with that. Don't try to overstep your boundaries. I'm speaking for myself, first and foremost. You gotta know where your strength is. You gotta know where your limit is. And you gotta and the Lord, in due time, the Lord will increase you, over time. But you gotta work with what you, when Jake said head in the world, work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got, and that's what this truth does. It teaches you how to be disciplined. Teaches you how to keep yourself in check. This truth gives us boundaries. It speaks about us being prisoners of Yahawashi. We don't belong to ourselves anymore. We bought with a price. So this thing comes with boundaries. You just can't do whatever the hell you want to do. There's penalties. You know what I'm saying? Because when we was in the world, we was just living it up. We was just, doing whatever the hell we came to mind. But when the truth come, the scriptures is in your mind. You're like, nah, I can't. Nah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you out and about, when you see certain spirits out there, you notice, like, man, it's starting to get that that demonic spirits picking up. You know to get the fuck out of there. Back in the world, you just stood there. You could have been a victim. But that's what the truth does. The truth gets you alert. It quickens you. Has more on that?
A little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It said, verse 23, be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. Going
back to that being overwise. Don't be. We're not supposed to be overwise, being over righteous. That's how we get ourselves into hot water. You get yourself in a situation that you can't get yourself out of. You put yourself in a sticky situation. When you just could have just kept it simple. You probably could have kept your mouth shut, or you could have just simply walked away. Go ahead.
So verse 24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment.
Right, and that's what happens. When dudes, individuals, they the guys that fall behind. What happened? They get an evil suspicion that develops in their mind. Or the guys that's just doing too much. It causes them to fall. They get offended by whatever thing that comes out. It could be a brother bringing down the order, or it could be, you know, they just getting offended by the truth. They catching hell from their family, you know, or they lost their job, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case, whatever occasion that causes them to fall from this work, that's what happens. They overthrown by that evil suspicion. It overthrows their judgment because they didn't they were trying to go above their strength, you know, and that's what happens. That's why balance is very, 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 very important. You know, we don't want to burn ourselves out, but like I said, that doesn't mean you know, we sit back and not be involved. Of course, we gotta be involved, but it's just you know, having proper footing spiritually. I'm speaking, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You had anything else, bro? So yeah, that's pretty much all, you know, I had. So we're gonna wrap it up. You know, like I said, pray that this was edifying to you Akim out there. Stay strong, man. Keep fighting. We at the end, brothers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the charagma is there. They you know, these scoffers, all these demons that for years have been, you know, speaking up against it. What can they say now? They can't say anything. You know, the Lord is definitely you know, bringing these prophecies into fruition, man. You know, we just gotta hold on to that very last end. You know. So yeah, so with that, we're gonna give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word, true sincerity. Shalom.